welcome to the podcast series by African families in the UK for the month of October, celebrating Black History. Today's episode is focused on an up and coming men's conference that is being organized by African families in the UK in the month of October. I am going to talk with the program lead for the men's conference, the key organizer, Godwin Dawudu, and he would share insights into the forthcoming men's conference. Hello, Godwin.
Hello, Gertrude.
How are we?
Very well, thank you. You?
Good to see you and to have you on today's episode.
No.
What inspired the creation of this idea of a men's conference and why?
There are many conferences that happened within communities, and all of these conferences focus on many very important topics. But unfortunately, they don't focus on issues that affect men primarily. And so, even though there might be conferences about issues concerning people generally that may affect men, but there haven't been one that focuses solely on men and the challenges that they go through. And that was the motivation behind this. And because of the fact that the African families, in the supporting our communities, we look at individuals in a holistic way. So this conference is titled Empowerment, with the focus of the MEN on men. And this empowerment is through allyship.
All right. Thank you very much. So we would, before we get to the theme for the conference, I would like to know the key issues that you intend for this conference to address, and then you can tie that up in with the theme.
Yeah, just like I said, the allyship. So it's the whole issue of men's physical health, mental health, ensuring that we pass on accurate information concerning both, a celebration of men, which is quite rare, and also helping men cope with the relationships that they are currently in. Because of we've seen a high number of domestic violence cases, and it involves people who are involved in relationships. So there are family matters that are going to be discussed as well, particularly people from minority ethnic communities and those challenges that we face.
And that brings me to my next question. How relevant are these issues to the Black and ethnic minority men today?
One of the areas where we focused our attention on for mental health, according to the United Kingdom Foundation for Mental Health, discrimination and racism is one of the major reasons for mental health issues for minority ethnic people, and especially for men. And also the fact that prostate cancer affects more men of African heritage than men for all other ethnic groups. And there has been a cultural and social and sometimes religious barriers for men to go in for treatment or support for their mental health. This conference aims to address those issues.
Good. What kind of tangible outcomes or changes do you hope to see coming out of the conference, whether at a local community level, in workplaces, or in policy?
Well, in policy, we've invited a few people who currently work in local government, so that'll be good. But the major thing is information and accurate information. Because what information does, it makes people look at situations slightly differently from an informed viewpoint. It gives service providers an understanding of the people that they aim to support because of the cultural and language barriers. It also gives an opportunity for those men who are thriving, especially in these difficult opportunities, to be celebrated. So the outcome mainly is education. When you educate people and a community, their um, their response to things are slightly different because it comes from an informed point of view.
I like that last bit because decisions and like experiences come from um, an informed point of view. Very interesting. If you were to revisit this conference, say in 5 years, what would you hope to have achieved or to see evolving for Black men and from ethnic minority?
I would hope for black men to identify the signs that they are struggling with their mental health and to know where to go for support. I would want black men to understand the risk of not having their PSA test for prostate cancer because they are more at risk than any other group. I would also like the service providers to have a better understanding of minority ethnic communities and their specific requirements when they are providing service to these communities based on the information that we provide from the conference.
Thank you, and amazing. If a man were listening to this podcast's edition, why should they attend the conference?
They should attend the conference because there is a possibility that a question that they've been asking, that they've been holding on to, will be answered on that day. It will be an opportunity for them to come and get information from a very reliable source that they would not otherwise get. And it is also a free space for them to express themselves.
Finally, Godwin, can you share details of the conference? Say the date, the venue, the time, and maybe what to expect.
The conference is on the 11th of October. It's at the First Sight Museum, and it starts at 11:30 to 4 p.m. There will be keynote speakers, and there will be a panel of question and answering sessions. And there would also be an allyship awards to those men and some women that have contributed into supporting men over the 10 years of the African families in the UK. And we look forward to seeing you all there.
Thank you very much, and you will see me there. If you are listening to this podcast edition by African families in the UK and you are a man, most importantly, this is for you. Let's see you on the 11th of October at First Sight at 11:30 a.m. for the maiden edition of the men's conference, and you will be empowered to be the man that you were made to be in the UK. This is one of our Black History Month podcast series by African families in the UK aimed at celebrating Black history and its contributions to building this nation and humanity in general. My name is Gertrude, and we will be back with another edition. Bye for now. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Good. Thank you. Thank you.